The University of Maine at Presque Isle is the most hacking-friendly college in the entire world, which means that you can transfer in tons of outside credit so that you can graduate college quickly and inexpensively and build a career that you love. But they have 7 different majors to choose from. Which one is the best? Let's rank them. Ranked number 7 at the lowest is the UMPI English degree. And there's a couple reasons that I ranked this the lowest, but it hurts so bad because my bachelor's degree was in English, my master's was in English. I love English. If you're looking for really good subject material, I would rank this as number 1. But unfortunately, the way that UMPI lays this one out, I don't think it's quite as strong as the others. Let me show you what I mean. The first thing I want you to notice is that this is actually a Bachelor of Arts in English - Professional Communication and Journalism concentration. That's 3 different things they're trying to shove into one degree. And when you try to do 3 things in one degree, if you're not careful, you're going to do a bad job of it, and you're not really going to give specializations in any of those 3 things. Look down here at the courses they require. We've got, a few good English courses. We've got Intro to Creative Writing, Intro to Literature, Contemporary World Literature, and then we've got an Introduction to Professional Communication and Journalism. That's a lot of intro courses in a major area. Studies in English language is cool, but there's not a whole lot actually about English. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 classes that have anything to do with an English major. And then down here in the minor, we've got graphic design, magazine and feature writing, which is more of a journalism thing, business communications, which is a professional communications thing, professional communications, advanced of that, field experience practicum, teaching and learning in a proficiency-based system. That's really weird to throw in here. And then change management and leadership, which are business classes. And frankly, with all of these specialized areas that focus on, very niche topics, liberal studies focused topics or writing focused topics, it's going to be a lot harder to hack this than it is a normal degree. And at number 6, we have their criminal justice degree. Now, I know I'm putting it at 6, but I actually really like this. This is one of the only competency-based criminal justice degrees. I think it's the only one I've ever found, which is incredible. And it's actually really hackable. If you look at their course requirements, a lot of these can be brought in from other locations, which means that you should be able to finish this degree at UMPI with maximum efficiency. The problem with criminal justice is just that it's so niche, and all of the kind of jobs you would apply to where you would want to use your criminal justice knowledge probably don't care what your major was in. So if you love the material, great, but there's just not a lot of a reason to get a criminal justice degree. At number 5, we have UMPI's new psychology degree, which is so exciting and so cool, partially, again, like with criminal justice, because this is like the only place that I know of to go get a solid, reputable, competency-based psychology major. But also, like with criminal justice, a psychology major just does almost nothing for you. There are no jobs out there, or none that I've found, where they say, hey, you need a psychology major to be able to get this job. A lot of times it's either just, a check the box, I've got a major and I really liked, diving into people's heads and seeing what they were thinking, or it's a situation where you're using the psychology major to make you slightly more competitive for grad school. But most grad programs in psychology only really care if you have a few special prerequisite classes to get in. They're not really looking for an actual psychology major. We actually have already helped clients put together psychology majors, and we found that it is, one of those degrees where you can get maximum efficiency and only have to do the bare minimum number of credits at UMPI to be able to get it. Now, if you don't know what college hacking is, basically it is about using third-party credits from outside of school that are quicker and cheaper than normal college courses, and then transferring them in to finish up the degree as quickly as possible. A lot of times college hackers, our clients, will graduate somewhere between like a year to a year and a half, and usually the highest price we ever quote somebody that they'll have to spend is like $13, but we have helped people graduate for under $2,000. If that's something you're interested in, check the link in the description. At number 4, we have the most confusing degree at UMPI. It is their Bachelor's of Arts in History and Political Science, except that you can either concentrate in history or concentrate in political science, but you got to do some of both no matter what. And what you have to do is vague and weird, but in the end it works out, and it's actually a really cool degree. So if you take a look at their page, you can see we've got the normal general education credits, and then they say 49 credit hours of history concentration, political science concentration, and then a variable amount of electives. The reason for that is because, their history concentration is 48 credit hours, but their political science concentration is 49. And you can see like there's some overlap. We've got some history courses in here, and we've got a political science course up there, and some of these might verge on political science. But one thing you should know about this is just because they're saying, hey, you need this particular course, you might actually be able to transfer in a different study.com or DSST credit to replace some of these, which could mean that this degree goes pretty fast for you. In fact, we've helped people finish this degree only having to take the minimum number of credits at UMPI as well. Maximum hackability with a degree that has courses that are actually really interesting. Like here we've got Greece, Rome, and the early church. We've got films of the Cold War, oral history, the Vietnam Wars. Down in the political science, we've got Marxism, European governments, constitutional law, modern political thought. Out of all of the liberal studies degrees at UMPI, I tend to find that the course topics in here sound the most like what you would find in a regular college course. Unlike with the English degree, we're actually really focusing on some solid history courses or some solid political science courses without getting distracted by too many options. At number 3, we have something that I don't think any of us ever expected, and that is a Bachelor of Arts in accounting. Now, it is a little bit weird for it to be a Bachelor of Arts instead of a Bachelor of Science in accounting, but all of UMPI's Your Pace degrees are Bachelors of Arts, and that shouldn't really affect your job prospects or anything like that. Somebody might be like, hey, what's up with that? And all you really have to say is that there was just a little bit more of a focus on the arts in the general education, and that about covers it. But if we scroll down here to the curriculum, there are a lot of required courses here. We've got like up to 62 and a smaller free elective section. And normally I would put something with a small free elective section, lower on my list, but this degree is so high because where else in the world are you going to find a competency-based accounting degree? Like, this is honestly incredible. I think the WGU has something like this as well, but the fact that you can go and speed through an accounting degree is amazing. To its detriment, though, you're not going to be able to use maximum efficiency. I think last time we calculated it and did it for a client, they had to do something like take 37 credits at UMPI instead of what we're usually able to get it down to, which is like 30 plus a 1 credit welcome to college course. But yeah, if you're interested in accounting and you want to go fast and not spend a ton of money, like you've run the numbers, you've built the spreadsheets, college is expensive because you're a future accountant and you want to act on that, this is a great degree for you. At number 2, we have UMPI's Bachelors of Arts in Business. And these guys are cool because they actually have a lot of different concentrations you can choose from. In accounting, management and leadership, project management, supply chain management, and marketing focus. And you can choose which one of those you want to add to their business core. So if we look down here, we've got the normal general education, 62 credits of the actual, major, which honestly is kind of a lot. But a lot of these are very hackable, and you've got the core here. Many of these we can pull from somewhere else, like study.com or Sophia, or even CLEP, and then you'll add the concentration onto that. And these concentrations, from what I've seen, tend to range from like 15 to 24 credits, or maybe 18 to 24 credits at UMPI in particular. The problem with this degree is just that it doesn't leave a lot of room for free electives, which is, kind of sad, especially if you want to transfer in a bunch of credits and they don't fit into the general education or the major area. Well, that means you're going to have to take more credits than you'd actually want to. But even still, probably maybe 2/3 of all UMPI students, I would guess, who go through the Your Pace program that we coach end up picking a business degree because, like most people, they work in a business, and if you have the word business in your degree, it makes people feel good about their chances of getting promoted. And it's not just that, it's also the specializations here. To be able to go to, your hiring manager or to go into an interview and say, oh yeah, I have a specialization in marketing or supply chain management when you want to go into a business like that or get a job like that, that's always like an added little boost. It shows your dedication. Having an English degree isn't going to, disqualify you from that job, but, this is a nice little perk. And drumroll, please. The number 1 UMPI major has got to be their Bachelor's of Liberal Studies because I have never seen a major like it in the entire world that is so hackable and so good at getting people graduated. Just look at this degree, guys. We've got 40 credits of general education courses like everything else. We've got an 18 credit hour management minor and then 62 credit hours of electives. Now, they do have a lot of different minors to choose from: accounting, educational studies, management information systems, and project management. Some of those are 24 credits. Some of them are 18. It varies. But at the end of the day, that is opening up so many credit hours of free electives. Now, you do have to make sure that 24 of those free electives are upper level, which makes it, not quite so simple to hack. But this is still something that's incredible for people who are transferring in tons of credits from a previous school. Like, let's say you were 18, 19, 20, you took 3 years of college, and then in the fourth year you got a job offer, and you're like, well, that's what I came here for anyway. I'm out of here. I'm going to take that job, and, maybe I'll finish up this degree later. Well, turns out you get pretty busy at age 40. You're watching this channel, and you're thinking, man, I'd really like to go back and get my degree. And so UMPI's Bachelor of Liberal Studies can oftentimes be a really good fit because all of those credits that you earned in the past might not fit into another degree, but the chances are really good that they'll fit into this one. In fact, I helped a guy who had over 100 credits of transfer. He took them to UMPI, this exact same major that we're talking about. They accepted, I think, 96 of his credits, which was incredible. Now, you can only actually apply 90 credits to a UMPI degree because you can only transfer in 75%. So he immediately started out at 90 credits, and then just 8 weeks later, after he spent one term taking courses at their competency-based pace, he graduated with his Bachelor's of Liberal Studies, and it was honestly incredible. The best UMPI major depends completely on you, but if this school sounds like the kind of place you're interested in going to, I've got 2 things I need you to do. There is a link in the description where you can sign up for a consult with my team, and we will get you on the fast track to graduating from this school or tons of other schools. And then second, if you want to learn more about UMPI, here's a really interesting review that I did on it that explains exactly what UMPI is all about, what you'll expect when you get there, how much it costs, and more details about the flexibility and everything else. I hope that both of these resources are helpful to you. Thank you for watching, and happy hacking.